Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your 1 through 15 of December love read. My name is Lumiere. Welcome to the Lumiere channel. Um, Today we'll be doing something, a segmented love reading. Thank you all for voting. For those who voted for the order of the signs, Gemini came in 6th. So here we are. Um, and for, depositing some of your energy, I hope this serves you. Um, we'll be doing 4 segments. And I feel like maybe for the next time I do a love reading, it's gonna be Kings and Queens, which is his and hers. Which is our love guidance for kings and one guidance for queens. So if you're into that, check out my elemental readings because that's what I mean. If that doesn't make sense, and you can subscribe to see that. Hopefully, I do it. So when I say segmented readings, that means it's gonna be into segments. 4 segments to be exact. A general love reading, a singles love reading, a couples love reading, and those in situationships. Now, when I say love reading, what I really mean to say is guidance. Obviously, certain details come out. I kind of wish they didn't, but they do, and we're stuck there. But we it's basically after you get your tarot and your tarot tells you this, that, and the other, you come here and get your guidance for how to handle that situation in the best way that you can. Just assuming it resonates. It resonates slightly differently than tarot would. So I would actually keep an open mind here. As with tarot, your like your monthly readings, which typically tell you what's gonna happen as opposed to guide you. When I say singles, I mean those who are looking for love. Okay, people who are single, not necessarily dealing with anybody, and looking for love. When I say couples, I mean those who are in established coupleships and established relationships. When I say those in a situationship, it's those who are neither single nor coupled. It's those who are neither not single and neither not in a couple. Those who are sort of in between dealing with somebody but also not dealing with somebody. Those who are dealing with somebody but also single for all intents and purposes. Or in a couple are coupled but also not quite coupled. You know what it is. It's a situation. Okay. You describe it to your friends as it's complicated. Okay. So the first, we're gonna go into Gemini love guidance. Please, may I please have some guidance for this time period in love for Geminis, please, please, for Gemini. Some might be breaking up, just randomly. It may not be you. It's probably not you, but it could be you. Maybe a Gemini you know. In any case, look for a sign and yes. So when it comes to your love in general, the type of signs that you're looking for are confirmatory. Oh, that's not what I was going to say, but yeah, are confirmatory. I thought the signs would be leading you to a yes situation, as in a go situation. So that could be taken either way. I feel like this month, or excuse me, during this time period, when it comes to your love life, if you're asking for a sign, if you've been asking for direction, if you've been asking for guidance towards your highest good, definitely look for it. But it also means to me that there's a sign around the corner or around you, maybe one that you haven't been picking up on. And that sign is going to be quite soft. It may not hit you over the head in the moment, but it may hit you over the head in a different type of way. Just with this kind of soft yes, but it's definite yes. It's going to lead you to big, happy changes. So It may be a sign that is a bit elusive. It may be a sign that is a tower type moment, because this is something of a tower type for me now. The look for a sign card, and big happy changes are towery. So a sign may be coming, something may be coming to affect whatever love situation you're in. But be rest assured that it is a happy change. Maybe it's some love guidance in general for Gemini, please. General love guidance for Gemini, please. Yeah. Okay. So, fuck. Hey, look. If this is the Gemini that I know, oh my, that's awkward. If this is the Gemini that I know, they may be getting engaged after some breaking up. Now, this is weird. So it seems this is I feel like something may have actually gone down. At the top of the deck, we have codependency in reverse, and forgiving and learning in reverse. I feel like there may have been some sort of breakup with Geminis, but in any case, let me not even go into that story. But Geminis, you all may be, your love life is engaging. It's ascending to a higher level of commitment, and that's good. It seems like something may be coming your way. Again, a tower moment, and this is, I don't want to say all towers are good, because obviously not always, but this feels like a good tower in that it's taking you to where you need it to go. It's releasing of the old foundations, and this could be some guidance for you. Maybe look for a sign on when to enter into a big happy change for you. Let your friends help you in terms of giving you strength. Unrequited love in reverse slipped out, so something may be missing, but that's been around you. So that could be the sign that you've been looking for. You do deserve love. This is really good. This feels really good. With this reconciliation here in reverse, it almost feels like you guys are leaving the past behind, which is weird. You're leaving the past behind, almost like a clean slate, and entering into a season of good, romantic, good. And it may be beneficial for you to be stepping out with people who love and care about you, and being in maybe even the holiday spirit. If you do decide to reach out to somebody, it may not necessarily be a bad thing. Just look for a sign that you should or shouldn't. Okay? Yeah, that's all I'm going to say here. So next we're going to talk to the singles. So I will see you in your respective situation. And I'm going to talk to Gemini singles. Hey, Gemini singles. How are you? How's the love life going for you? Please get some guidance for Gemini singles for how to, best attract love this month, this time period, 1 through 15. Please. Gemini singles and love guidance for Gemini singles. Oh. Huh. If something does change for you, it's meant to change, I feel like there's some more cards in that deck, but Okay, cool. Within the next few weeks, it's if you believe. So maybe this is a message for singles who are feeling that um, it may not happen for you or whatever the case may be. But if you believe in love, you will find it. If you are in the frequency of wanting love, lately, what's been happening in my life is literally I will think about something and within minutes have it have an answer or have something acquired. Retreat. This is telling me don't back down. Something is around the corner within the next few weeks. So maybe entering into the new year, um, or give your relationship a chance. Give your love life a chance. Um, Maybe within the next few weeks. Maybe within someone maybe you may either be okay if you're okay you're not obviously here fuck shit oh shit um if someone may be proposed to soon or you may be thinking about proposing to somebody um so this is kind of weird but it's almost like if you have an estranged lover of sorts which you probably would be watching the single and the situationship, but um, yeah, there could be something like that. It could be something may have ended in someone's life, and they're that's weird. Um, if if you believe, yes, communicate clearly, and within the next few weeks, I feel like for singles, this message here is something. Not to say something is coming your way within the next few weeks, but I feel like you'll be going through something within the next few weeks as it relates to your love life. Obviously, someone could be coming your way within the next few weeks, but I feel like you will be going through something within the next few weeks. I had a thing for you guys. For the let your friends help you. It was god damn it, I completely forgot. It wasn't here. It was like in my waking life. Um, in any case, I feel like with this if you believe, that's the grandest energy here, Geminis. Um, what do you believe about love? What do you believe about love for yourself? What are you holding on to that's serving you? What are you continuing to have active in your life? So, time can be your friend or time can be your enemy. I just saw the wedding card. I feel like if you believe that you will find love, you will find love. If you believe you won't, you won't. I'd say take that to heart, truly. And if some part of you believes that you won't, like if more than 50% of you believes that you won't find love, like within your being, then you might want to get to cracking on that and communicate with that part of you. Ask yourself why and attend to those things now, because I feel like this is largely like it's in your hands, but at the same time it's almost like your spiritual team is kind of waiting on you and taking cues from you. Keep an open mind. Exactly, keep an open mind about what it is that you want to come your way, because what I'm getting from this weirdly is like there's a certain expectation or a certain like weight you've put on things, and weight by I mean WEIGHT, like a certain my favorite example is time. Like you say, oh, by the end of the month, if I don't blah 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 blah, and that could be because you are in line with that thinking. You know, where you are in line. Like by you saying by the end of the month, it's actually because you are so in tune that at the end of the month something is happening that you have it as a thought. However, sometimes spirit can be tricky in that you have that thought, and when that thought doesn't come to fruition in the way that you want it to come to fruition. So let's say you say by the end of the month I will find a person who I will, whatever, whatever. And sometimes if that doesn't happen, that's exactly what was meant to happen, and that thought or that thought pattern or whatever succeeded in its goal because it was almost meant to like break you, or it was meant to put you in a certain state of mind where you're more open to things. So it's like a roundabout way of opening you up to things, because now that you've kind of broken your own heart, or the situation or the world around you has broken your heart, you're in like, yes, on the one hand, you're weaker, but you're also slightly more receptive because you have no power to fight, which is unfortunately, but fortunately, a certain position that puts you in a more receptive mode, where it's almost like, I don't know about you, but where you have, it's a weird thing where you have like a bad day and it's so bad that you just give up on the day. You're like, okay, fuck it, like, okay, and then you stop resisting other stuff, and the day typically ends up being okay. And you wind up maybe talking to people that you wouldn't have, and you're more relaxed about it because you're not wind up in your head. So I feel like some similar phenomenon is happening for you, but something nice is coming your way within the next few weeks. So that's awesome, especially with that big happy changes. And here you have the, bigger yes. And communicate clearly, perhaps with yourself. Here we have a past life relationship that may have been quite rocky in the past. And maybe perhaps you're keeping an open mind about that one. It's just, it may be a relationship that lowers your self-esteem and puts you in a certain place that you don't feel good about. So work on that. And it's easy to say work on your self-esteem, especially when there's a person who is your weakness. And if that's the case, they may still be active in your mind. They may still be around. You may need to even, honestly, this isn't about like reconciling. It's about this. Okay, this is from the general. If you are feeling like you need to get rid of something off your chest, off of someone that you used to know, fuck, do it. Why not? I honestly, this is looking like, for some of you, revisiting a past communication, a past relationship rather, and communicating with that person. Hey, I know this is random, but I just really needed to get this off my chest. When we were together, or when we were la 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 la, this is this, that. And at least it may bring up some things for you, but, and that's yeah, it definitely hits at the general. You speaking your heart, you speaking what's in your being, and then leaving it in 2018. Why not? What do you have to lose? This could have been someone who you were feeling insecure about, or you are feeling insecure about your love relationship, and you think that, not necessarily confronting, but kind of expressing this to this person could be beneficial. And this could not even be a person who you've had a romantic relationship with. It could be a parent. Oh, fuck! It could be a parent. Wow! I was shuffling the cards in the background. This one slipped out. And then I was like, okay, I mean, there's insecurity here. This could be, family season. And then I was like, it could be a parent. And I was like, oh, shit. That's fucking awesome. I love my life. Oh, shit. That's so weird. It could be a parent. Your love life has benefits as you forgive your parents. So as a single person, your big happy change may come for romance, may come through something familial, especially around this season that we're in right now. So give that a chance. It may be, talking to a sibling, talking to a parent, talking to someone who raised you, talking to someone from your deep past, saying, hey, when you cheated on dad and left him, that really had an effect on me. Like, I know you're happy and I like this guy that you're with, but, it really affected me in terms of how I see women now. Or it really affected me in how I see relationships now. Or when you, cheated on mom, or when you left us, whatever the situation is, it's maybe about bringing that out into the open in a certain way and having that conversation. And not in a, you did this to me, but just in a more like closure sort of way. Like, what were you thinking, or what was going on for you? Like, can you help me understand, what it was? Because it affected me in a way that I didn't even know, because certain things do that. So this is the longest singles reading from all the zodiacs. Okay, so I hope you're well. Maybe this resonated, maybe it didn't, but at the end of the day, if you believe, I feel like leave what you need to leave behind. If you've been waiting to do some sort of something relating to communication, telling someone something or talking to somebody about something, I almost feel like it's a go ahead for you, and exactly for that, for you, and not so much for any sort of outcome that you're hoping for, outside of releasing yourself from, excuse me, those thoughts. Okay, so talking to Gemini couples. Oh, and for singles, that will help move you closer into your love relationship, because if you do something scary with it's what I talk about it in the membership too, with something that we talk about there, or if you do something scary, sometimes it's your scare level, your scare threshold increases, you know. So when you do enter into a relationship, if you're like, well, if I can talk to my father, my mother, you know, my ex about this stuff, then you start that momentum of being able to speak boldly and clearly in your relationships, you know? It like unlocks that feature, like a character in a video game. So best of luck, babe. Okay, hey Gemini couples, how are ya? How are ya? That's what my dad says. How are ya? I love him. Okay, Gemini couples. May I please have some romance guidance for Gemini couples? How are ya? Oh, daddy. For their highest good, may I please have some guidance for Gemini couples during this time? Stated on the video. Don't stop. Okay, that's a lot. Ask your angels, and a whole bunch of other cards came out. I know. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Yeah. For me, I feel like if you're a Gemini person who is in a coupleship, something may have happened between you two. You guys may either be having some sort of tiff, or you will be having some sort of tiff. And if it happens, hold on, because that's where that yes was coming from for me in the general. And here it is again. Like, hold on a little bit. It may just be something you guys need to revisit. Yeah, same cards are coming up. Exactly. Thank you. It may just be something that you need to wait for to discuss later. So I feel like for some Gemini couples, you guys are going through some things. Maybe a slight breakup, like I said in the general. I feel like that was definitely for Gemini couples more so. But some sort of like separation, some sort of tiff, or if you have been in separation and you're still kind of considering yourself a couple, then I don't know. I feel like things may turn around soon, maybe around the holidays, because it is a good time for people to reconnect and readdress certain things, because there's this energy of love and things like that. So, and we have romance here. That's nice. I always like seeing that in a romance read. Romance. And we have big happy changes. Yes, unlikely. Perfect timing. Don't stop and you're ready. Don't stop. Get it, get it. It may not be right now, like within these next 2 weeks, that you guys are going to reconnect. And you might, because time is sort of like, not a shadow, but it's like, you know, for some people it may have happened yesterday. For some people it may happen towards, you know, it's this sort of, I'm trying to harness something that doesn't need to be or want to be harnessed here. So, I feel like it'll come back around in a better way, in a timing that's much better for you guys to look at each other more lovingly. It's just maybe not be right now. Yeah, I asked what's going on here, and it's immediately the romance angel's like, deception. It's deception. It's deception. It is deception. This little angel over here is being like, it's deception. Lose, it's deception. It's not real. So I feel like maybe if you are in a couple, it's unlikely that you guys are not feeling for each other. It's unlikely that the other person is no longer feeling for you necessarily. I just feel like this needs some space, or there is some space, and use the space wisely. There may be big happy changes. Like I was saying, I wasn't saying this for you actually. I was talking to the singles. I was saying for some of you, you may be thinking during the separation period to propose to somebody. It is the Christmas season, the holiday season. Someone may be thinking about coming through with a proposal. Someone may be thinking about someone may be proposed to. I don't get that often. I don't know why I'm getting that more often. Maybe it's because it is the holiday spirit kind of entering here, but yeah, if your coupleship has separated, tell me more. Yeah, separation. Fuck. Okay, it's safe for you to love. Tell me more. Tell me the key thing that I'm missing here. I need something. You know the thing. Aha. That's not what I want. Keep holding on, 'cause you know we'll make it through, make it through. Just stay strong, 'cause you know we'll make it through, make it through. There's nothing you can say, nothing you can do. There's no other way when it comes to the truth. So keep holding on, 'cause you know we'll make it through, we'll make it through. Yo, I feel like you'll make it through. But again, I don't feel like it's gonna be like this week. Necessarily. For some of you, maybe. Because I totally can see how like certain energies that I read for play out in the present. And not so much for the time period. But I mean, depending on when you're watching this and blah blah blah, it seems like if your relationship has been rocky, back away, back off, take this break for what it is, and focus on your friends. That's what it was. It was like friend, let your friends help you. It was like focusing on. I literally was thinking about you guys before this fucking reading, about playing with your friends, like doing some fun things outside of what you've been doing. So go approach your relationship if you live together, if you're married, as something light. Be light in it, not too heavy. Put the games aside. Or even play games. Like things. If it's about having children, this argument that you guys have been having children, there will be a perfect time for you guys to talk about this a little bit more. This may actually not be a perfect time for having children necessarily. For some of you, it's seeming like, for the same fucking story, if it's about ascending to a higher level of commitment, now is not the time for that. Like these 2 weeks, but I do feel like it's coming. The deception here is that, that's meta. Like you're not ready for whatever it is that put you guys in separation. If it's a difference of, commitment or deeper commitment or, bringing more lives into this world, it's not time. This person or your love relationship, you haven't released each other. You're still for one another. It's just give it the space and the lighthearted energy that it needs until the right time. Because I feel like it looks like this will happen in perfect timing. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna say. Can I have you? Oh, do you want to go? That's weird. You don't want to talk to me anymore. That's cute. Okay. Just stay strong, 'cause we'll make it through. We'll make it through. There's nothing you can say, nothing you can do. There's no other way when it comes to the truth. So keep holding on, 'cause we'll make it through, make it through. Ba 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 ba. Guidance. Get help. Your life options are not suction cups to your face. Things are moving. Loyal heart. Are you loyal to what is loyal to you? Is what is loyal to you loyal to you? It seems like it might be, honestly, here. And being at a crossroads. So, I feel like approach your love situation with lightheartedness, not too much seriousness. Try not to play games with each other, but it's almost like if you have, this is going to be so weird, but it's almost like if you, with this here, okay, with this in reverse, it's almost kind of, to me, telling me that, this is so weird, but if someone has playing games with you, play along. Okay, that's really weird, I know. These readings have been very earthly, but I feel like even in my own life, Spirit's been real sassy. Spirit's been like, my guidance has been like, no, lean back. Don't even put any effort here. No, if this is what it's gonna be, then play that game as well. But it's almost like in a way to, I don't know what to tell you. Spirit's been real sassy. I don't know what to tell you. 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 I think it's basically saying not to say don't back down, but it's like don't engage. Like don't overly engage. It's not the right time to do that. So just in any case, keep it light, okay? Oh boy, Gemini, may I please have romantic guidance, please, for this time period, for maybe you are playing games. Anyway, may I please have romantic guideline for guidance for Gemini's in situationships, right? Please. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Streetlights, people. Okay, be careful of your money. Spending too much money. But I really feel like with this abundance, you guys might be feeling, hey, wedding. You guys may be feeling a sense of lack. Don't stop believing. Things will, oh God, I thought I saw it. I'm sorry. Things will happen in the way they need to happen in perfect timing. I was getting this timing sort of message for the singles, especially in the singles reading, about sort of doing certain things in a certain time period, but that's like playing yourself sometimes. Or even spirit playing you. Because let's face it. Anyway, I was going to say something, but I don't know some of y'all, so you guys won't get my relationship that I have with my guidance, my higher self. Anyway, I feel like when it comes to your situationship, Gemini, things are going to end up okay. I mean, you guys, this reading has been really positive in terms of the direction that it's going in since the beginning. With the big happy changes and this perfect timing and even this peaceful resolution here, it tells me that things are going to end up in the way that they need to. So no need to worry. Relax. Don't stop believing, which is something that has been cohesive for, I believe, all 4 messages here. So I feel like abundance may even be delayed here, but it also feels like you may be in a spirit of lack, and you may be in a season of feeling a little bit lackish. But it's almost like, it's almost like you see, it's almost like you have what you have. I mean, for some of you, you've probably lost someone, but it's almost like you have what you have, but everything else around you seems heightened. So it seems like you have less, but you have, what you've always had. Um, but here to me, it's looking like things are going to happen in the way that they need to happen. Yeah, things are, your relationships, well, I'm sorry, Gemini. It seems like your relationship is feeling a bit, that's a lack. When you feel like you had it and then you lost it. You had this feeling of belonging with somebody, but then you feel like you lost it, or you did actually lose it. And that's where the sense of lack is coming from, an abundance that's been taken away from you, an abundance that you no longer have, especially because it's probably both, feeling like you have lost something and feeling that lack, and then also looking at the rest of the world and that influencing that even deeper, because it looks like, oh, everybody has theirs, but I don't, in a certain way. But I'm going to say that, I mean, I don't have to say it, it's right here. No need to worry. There is going to be a peaceful resolution. So don't stop believing here. Okay, it's going to happen in perfect timing. With this soulmate relationship that's been rocky. Now, I don't think it's going to be, I don't think that it's going to be, honeymoon came out. I do believe it came out in the reverse, so this is not going to be forever. I do believe it's going, it's funny, I was going to talk about time too. I just don't, you guys may be separated right now too. You may be overseas from each other. You may have had this sort of physical separation and you're feeling that lack. Oh, I may not have my partner with me, whatever. But in any case, with what I'm seeing here, it's not forever. Pin that guy back. It's not forever. I almost, even with this no need to worry, you may not need to worry about other people either. Okay? I don't know. Heart-to-heart conversations, that may be something that comes for you all. I think, no, that was singles, but yeah, no, it's fine. Okay. Worth waiting for in reverse. So it may be quite some time for this situation, and you may need to kind of fill your time in. Okay? Yeah. I was waiting for you to come out this whole time. You don't come out on Situationship. Yeah. It may be some time for you to just focus elsewhere to keep your spirits up about this. Okay? Guidance for Geminis and Situationships, please. Oh. You guys need to heal. You're healing right now, and I feel like this time period is for you to heal, which is something that I didn't tell that to the couples, but it seems like maybe your heart is breaking, maybe something is going on with you all, but its purposes are to take you to where you need to be. With this building blocks in reverse, to me it looks like you're just not ready yet for what needs to happen, or the certain situation is still cooking for you, and you're stuck between what your intuition is telling you and what's familiar. So I feel like with that, how do I explain this? With that, there's gonna be, there's time here. There's a lot of time here. This is almost like maybe even having a conversation with someone, your person, and you all may realize you're on the same footing, whatever that means to you all. And then realizing that it's going to take a while to get to that point. So even with that, it's still going to take a while, but you have sort of like talked about it. You know, you're on the up and up. But here with this mending and this building blocks in reverse, which I'm going to read to you, I just feel like you are still unraveling. In the first reading, there was that sort of Tower E moment to big happy changes. And it looks, that still applies here. It's just yeah, it's still in flux. It's still in motion. Especially when I see religious factors here and worth waiting for in reverse. I'm just like, this may take a bit of a while, but not so much as in like, oh, you may not hear from this person for ages. That may be the case for a single digit percentage of you, but it's more so like, let's say you and your person are on the up and up. You and your situationship are on the up and up, and maybe you do have a talk this season, this time period or something, or they say something to you, but it's not going to come into fruition until quite some time later. So I would say use this time to explore what makes you happy elsewhere while you're waiting for this energy to kind of pass through. I'm going to read building blocks and protection for you. Now is the time to address the cracks in the foundations of your life. Perhaps your values have changed and it's time to strengthen your convictions and let go of the things that no longer serve the vision you have for your life. Or perhaps you chose to ignore the signs that a situation or agreement you have entered into is not right for you. Remove the rotten pieces and reinforce your core moral strength and integrity. Now is the time for rigorous honesty, for you are called to renovate and upgrade your consciousness. Ooh. You'll be so happy when you do. Spirit has a spectacular blueprint for your life, far beyond your imagination. Don't be afraid to replace what's not solid. Spectacular. Okay? So, look at it as a process of healing. Look at it as a process of bringing things back together. But it may take some time to bring something great back together. To bring a big, happy change together. It may take a little bit of time. That's not always the case. Don't get that twisted. Don't get that limiting belief. Don't get that belief as a limiting belief. But for this situation, it just may not happen during this like week period. You know what I'm saying? During the days that I have listed in the video, or it might. I don't know. Energy works differently. I remember in a reading I had once. It was for Cancer. Cancers were gonna have a good opportunity, but it was gonna take a while. A friend of mine who was a Cancer was looking for work, and so I told her, I was like, yeah, if Cancers are gonna get some real good stuff, she's like, you're gonna get it. It's just gonna be maybe a little bit of a while. And she's like, why? I want it now. And I was like, yeah, what's gonna happen. Just chill out. Just give it a week or so, a couple weeks or something, because it was like for the month, And then 2 days later, she's like, I got the job. So other Cancers, maybe it happened towards the end. So for her, it happened like that. So she had been in that energy for that while, and that's when her thing came to fruition. And then maybe even more things were happening for her. For me, there was a time when I was waiting for something, and it wasn't until truly, if we're going to get pedantic about it, till the end of the month, like the 31st of the month, that morning, bing, when I had given up a couple days before, I was like, okay, this is not going to happen. It wasn't for me, whatever. Bing, the next day, the last second of the 11th hour, so to speak, is when I got this message. So certain things happen in a certain bracket of time. Yeah. All right, babe. I hope you're okay. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you, and I will see you next time. Okay, keep your light on, and good luck.